Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome for the final time here to Monza, the Temple of Speed. Here with the Tier 0 boys. 18 drivers tonight. We have 2 missing, but that will not affect us. The race does carry on. I am not the only one in the commentary box tonight. For the second time this week, I am joined by Carl Edens. The one and only Bit W. Carl, good evening, how are you?
Good evening, Morgan. Second time's the charm this week.
Yeah, I was with you yesterday for Tier 3 as well, but roles reversed this evening. I am leading. So yes, that will make it interesting. I believe, Vans is the first driver out on track. Let's get the lap data and track map on. Please do let us know in chat if any audio can be fixed. I am streaming from my PC, so just trying to, sort out all the audio levels like we had in Tier 1 on Monday. And if the pause menu does come up, I do apologise for that. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just when I click off to change an audio setting. It does bring up the pause menu. So we'll have a look on board with Vans in a minute. He is the first driver out on track. It's looking very clear. Not a cloud in the sky from what I can see.
Yeah, reminiscent of Tier 3 yesterday with the bright sunshine and the clear skies. So hopefully drivers won't have to worry about any weather conditions. And I believe we had some light rain towards the end of Tier 4 yesterday, which was fun.
Yeah, I went on Inters for 16 laps, which I cannot recommend. Anyway, we do ride on board with Vans Racing in the Sauber, brake near about 120 metres into turn 1, Rettifilio turn 2, coming out, take a tiny bit of curve, not too much, as we come round the Curva Grande, which is turn 3, sort of punching inside a bit, and then stay to the right hand side as we go into Della Roggia. Turn 4, turn 5, you just get a bit of grass on his right hand front tyre. Into the Lesmos, turn 6, take a bit of curve there, and into turn 7. You do want to push the track as much as you can without getting a penalty or invalidating. As we come down straight, this is where DRS is activated into Ascari, which turns 8, 9, and 10, good line through there for Vans Racing. Down towards the straight, power it down, full throttle, 8th gear, fast as you can get it. As we get to Curva Parabolica, turn 11, the final corner on this track, push it just a bit wide, take a bit on the exit and cross the line. That's a 1:19.5, a good lap, banker lap from him.
Yeah, he had to be a bit careful with his battery, because down the back straight towards the Parabolica, he was quite low on his battery. I'm not going to say the exact number because that'll be giving too much information away, but as we've had Colin 19.3, and then
118 already.
Yeah,
really shows the pace. Was it 117s or 118s we had in Tier 1? Can't quite remember.
It was a 117 set by Ben in Tier 1. He was the only driver through the entire week to get into the 17s. I think it was a 17.9, I think it was, that he set in Tier 1.
Yeah, that's right. Polsky puts it on provisional third for now with a 1:19.5. Let's have a look with G-Star Snipes, who is on a lap. As he does come up to turn 4 and 5 with Della Roggia chicane. I had a little accident here yesterday. But, we move on, we live and learn. Through the Lesmos, turn 6 and turn 7. A fun set of corners, really. Just a long 2 right-handers in a row. Can't go wrong with it, really. Just a good corner. Yeah, power it down this straight here, you do have DRS. The Scari is a very, quite high-speed corner, he does push it really wide. He did have a purple section too, but he might have just thrown away his lap. The Scari far too wide. Level traffic, but I'll see what he can do with this lap. Xavier goes with a 118.6, I think. Oh no, G-Star does put it one on the board, and it's a 120.03.
Yeah, I was watching Xavier's lap watch it following G-Stars, and it was a very tidy lap, and obviously Xavier won the last round out in Zandvoort to take bragging rights as the first winner of season 18 in Tier 0, and he's looking to follow up and finish where he left off last week.
Have a look at Armour, who does start his lap. A very incredible driver, does show up to pretty much every race he can stick his foot in. I don't think I've ever seen a race without Armour in, which is incredible attendance from him. Nuts. He's the kind of person that keeps this league alive. I'm sure I've said that before, but, you know. Evening to Connor in the chat. Please do get involved with the YouTube chat, guys. We've got 10 concurrent viewers right now, so yeah, like the stream. We've got 3 likes currently. Please do get involved in the YouTube chat too. This comes out the second Lesmo down the straight. Not often you see an overtake with DRS coming down that straight, but it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah, there's been a few cars invalidating on the exit of Lesmo 2 because you have to take the car out wide on the exit, and it's very easy to invalidate. So I've just seen Rassam invalidate, who's the car behind Armour, but so he'll have to go again. So there's 2 drivers I've seen. It's Armour 118.5 to take provisional pole. But yeah, I've seen Bobo do the same thing on the exit of Lesmo 2, the same as Rassam, and it's one of many places that is easy to invalidate because you got the exit of, to be honest, both exit of the 2 Lesmos are quite hazardous for track limits because you have to take the car wide on exit to carry the speed and momentum through that section, and also another key part of the track where you tend to see a lot of invalidations is either the entry into a Scari, because you have to attack the entry for the ideal line, and obviously the exit as well. Just like the 2 Lesmos, you got to drift the car out wide to carry the momentum and speed to carry as much speed down the straight towards the Parabolica. And if you overdo it as well, you could drift wide at the Parabolica too much and also invalidate there. But that's not as common as the 2 Lesmos and a Scari.
Yeah, exactly. Dumbest Hornet 2/10 up on his lap currently. What more can he do? That 2/10, however, will place him quite nicely, especially considering a couple of cars ahead of him are very bunched together.
Yeah, the small gaps are no surprise around Monza because it's a fast layout and it's so short, so the gaps between drivers don't tend to be that big.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Dumbest Hornet just coming round Parabolica now. Where does this lap put him? It puts him in 5th place for now with a 119.4, a very good lap from him. Bobo's still yet to set a lap. He is on his out lap though.
Yeah, I believe he like I said, he invalidated on the exit of Lesmo too, so he must have gone straight into the pits instead of carrying on round, because for another lap, so Although Colin, just through second sector on the way into Ascari, is 6/10 up.
Oh yeah, this could be interesting, so we'll have a look on board with Colin.
He's getting a nice tow from the Haas in front, so that's going to help him.
Where's this going to put him now? Could this be competitive for pole position? Where puts him second with a 118.6 flat.
20,000th just ahead of Saviour, so splits Armagh and Saviour, so Colin into P2. So the tow that Colin was getting from the Haas that was in front of him definitely would have benefited him quite a lot, especially on the back straight into Parabolica out of the Ascari chicane.
Have a look with Bobo now, the last person to set a lap. One of the fastest drivers in the league, but then again, pretty much every driver racing in here are the fastest, so we'll see what Bobo can do. Just take it out of there, which is turn 5, into turn 6. A bit of curb nice there. Bring it round. Brilliant blood moves from him. Colin has...
Oh, Colin's crashed it on the exit of Ascari.
Wow. I mean, he's got a
That's
good
Ascari.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Bobo does go with the fastest sector 2 so far. So he could be on for a very, very good lap here. As he brings it around into Parabolica, brake quite late. Move it over to the side of it. He takes a rather inside line. That's interesting.
Taking the short.
Puts him on pole position provisionally. That's a incredible lap on 118.3.
Yeah, took the shortest route to the line, taking with that narrow line shortening, trying to take as much time off as possible, and that made the difference to put Bobo in that provisional pole spot after invalidating on his first attempt. So just shows that the likes of Bobo, Armagh, Colin, Saviour, for example, those four in particular, four of the quickest and consistent drivers in Tier 0 that we have.
Yeah, exactly. And also, Bobo made a mistake. It's not often you see Bobo make a mistake, but he learns from it and goes again, and, well, he does things like that.
It's because the fast drivers, they'll make mistakes in qualifying. It's because they're seeing how much of the track they can push the limits and push the car. So they're obviously fighting for every millimetre of track and pushing the car to over its capable limits, trying to get that extra tenth of a second that can make or break a qualifying lap, especially around Monza with the short layout.
Yes, exactly. Where does that lap? Oh, SDSPM fails on his lap. Drag King is on an out lap. We'll go for their final run soon. We've got 4 minutes left of this qualifying session. Most in the pits, but Rassam has invalidated, so maybe he will either pit or go for another lap. Evening, Colin. Good lap from you. But you're in quite a safe place, actually. Saviour, though, not far behind you.
Yeah, that top, well, Armagh, College, Saviour, SDSPM in particular, those four close together, and Baby Hornet not too far off, and yeah, the gap's so small between each driver. I mean, yes, we've got at least two tenths separating Bobo and Armagh. But as we noticed with the real life Monza qualifying from last weekend, all it takes is the perfect lap and you can be on pole by as near as 77 thousandths or something like that. Just, you can't even blink that quick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, as you said earlier, it's such a short track that there's not actually lots of corners where you can gain time over others, which means you have to nail every single corner, or yeah, you find yourself.
It's more you have to nail your braking point spot on. You have to be so precise because of, for example, turn one, you're going flat out on the exit parabolica, and the DRS then opens, and you're doing near on 200 plus miles per hour down the start finish straight, and then you got to bring the car to near enough stop. Yeah, that's at Ascari again. So Ascari's claimed 2 victims.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of qualifying, well, especially for Colin, it wasn't a bad time to bin it, better than in a race, but yeah, claimed 2 victims, so watch out for that in the race.
Ascari's claimed quite a few victims over the race week in many of the tiers, because in tier 2 crashed at Ascari. I believe Chris Bailey even binned it at Ascari in when he was reserving tier 2, and obviously we've had Colin and Seb Mayo here tonight in the qualifying binning it at Ascari. So Ascari, you've got to attack it, but you've got to respect it as well. And as Colin mentioned in the YouTube chat, he spun on the, I believe it'd be the curb on the inside, because if you straddle that curb too much, it does unsettle the car, and you will feel the rear go. And once you can save it, but once the rear's gone, you're just a passenger, and all you can do is just brace yourself and just accept the inevitable that you're going to be going backside first into the barrier.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone on their laps now besides Xavier. I think he did go for an out lap, but yeah, he's not gonna improve now. He is in the pits, but we'll have a look with Armar, who's not too far behind as he comes through the first Lesmo and out of the second. Not too far behind our pole sitter Bobo, who's also on a lap.
Bobo's invalidated early in the lap, so Bobo's not going to get a final run in, so it's down to Armar now, as he's invalidated at Ascari.
Oh no, he was 500th up on his lap as well. Wow.
So at the moment, it's looking safe for Bobo.
Yeah, unless SDSPM is a 10th up as he comes around the parabolica. Where does it put him? May put him ahead of Xavier. Will it do? It puts him on pole
P1.
position. Wow, that is incredible lap from him. A 118.3 out of nowhere. Around a 10th up, just coming out of Ascari, and then manages
the toe off of Armar in front definitely would have helped, because Armar did bail into the pits after he invalidated his lap. But that's what I was mentioning earlier. You could, like, right at the depth of the qualifying, you could have somebody take pole position from right under the radar, as SDSPM has just done, reminiscent to Max Verstappen on the Saturday last weekend, when he took the real life Monza pole position right from under both McLaren's noses, right at the end of the session.
Yeah, exactly. That's incredible work from SDSPM, but he's gonna have the menacing cars, not only just the Bobo, but also Armor, Colin, Xavier. All of those drivers, they're incredibly fast. And you've got to remember, STSPM, he's recently rejoined the league, and he was a tier 3 reserve, I believe. Won in tier 1, was it? And then puts it on pole for tier 0.
56 thousandths ahead of Bobo, so that's near enough the gap as what it was between Max and Lando Norris at Monza. So pretty much had our own version.
On pole is STSPM, second Bobo, Armour, Collins, Saviour, Socio, Baby Hornet, Drag King, Vans, Nels, Dumbest Hornet, G-Star, Polski, Seb Mail, Rassam, Loppy, Vitelso, Sternberg, and Smith. Oh my god, I did it this time! Yes! If you
only had 19 this time.
If you didn't know, guys, yesterday I tried running through every single driver in about, what was it, 7 seconds? But
about 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, something like that. So, yeah, and just like yesterday, it about blended all into one.
Better than nothing, though, so... Oh, well.
Yeah, bright sunshine again.
It certainly wasn't like this in tier 4 yesterday.
Well, it started off like this, but... it
wasn't exactly bright, it was a bit cloudy.
But I will blame the rain towards the end of tier 4 on Chris, because if you watched tier 4 yesterday, you had such a horrible rendition of the Italian national anthem between qualifying and race, and I think that's what led to the rain at the very end of tier 4. So those of you who raced tier, blame Chris for the rain at the end of the race, because he did sing during that stream.
Yeah, well, thanks, Chris, and I also guess no thanks, Chris. Because thanks in the sense where if I hadn't pitted to go on those inters, which I got to 90% where, then I probably wouldn't have finished where I did. Which is weird, really.
I mean, fair play to you getting those inters as far as that, because
yeah, the safety car came out and I was like, oh, I could go on another set of inters, but I'm only on about 60% and there's not that many laps left, so I probably could last it. And I did last it, but I lost, I lost 7 positions in 1 lap, which wasn't great, but, you know.
I know that feeling.
There's something I wouldn't recommend to anyone watching, is go on inters and last them for 16, 17 laps. It's just not worth it.
Well, on the older F1 games, if it was a wet race, you can pretty much, the inters were very... you could practically do a full 50% distance race on one set of intermediates, but now they've made the degradation more on pretty much every single tyre since then. So I think you can about make a 50%. You can't. No, I don't think you can do a no-stop wet race. You've got to pretty much make that one stop, because I don't think the inters will go the full race distance at 50% compared to that back then, because there was a few races. One that pops into mind was when I was racing in Tier 3 many seasons ago. The race winner did a no-stop on the same set of inters that he started the race on. He finished on and won the race, not making a single pit stop.
Don't you have to stop though now, or is that only if it's dry?
No, with wet races, when the rain hits and it becomes a wet race, the tyre rule gets null and void. It's only when it's dry you have to at least use 2 different sets of tyres, and but yeah, you don't have to pit if it's a wet race. It's just the fact that at one point we could do a no stop, lights to flag, wet race on intermediates, all wet, but not so much now.
Yeah, well, we do have medium and hard runners, no soft runners today, which is what you'd expect, but the people on hard are Baby Hornet, Vans, G-Star, Sebmail, Ruffton and Sternberg. These top 6 all are on the mediums as the strategy there on screen. 2-stop hard, medium, medium, 3-stop hard, medium, was it medium soft? I don't know.
It depends what allocation the drivers have gone for, because if you've gone for the balanced, it'll be 2 medium and a hard. But if you've gone for the harder allocation, it'll be 1 medium and 2 sets of hard. So it'll either be if it's a 2-stop with the balanced allocation, you'll be going medium, medium, hard, or hard, medium, medium. And on the harder allocation, your 2-stop will be a medium, hard, hard, or you could even do a hard, medium, hard. Hard, medium. So yeah, many different ways to do it, but a lot of drivers doing a 2-stop will tend to use the softer tyre first to undercut, because on recent F1 games the undercut seems to be very strong compared to what it was before, so a lot of drivers tend to go for the undercut because of how much wear the tyres get, and especially on this game with tracks like Monza. Someone's just decided. Yeah. It was, I think it was Brad King in the Aston Martin trying to get heat in his rear tyres, and it's a good thing there's no damage on formation. Taken.
Right, we do have
lights have gone out.
Lining up on the grid now. As we do have the light sequence starting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and they are gone here in Monza for the final time this week. As the Tier 0 boys go racing, SDSPM covers the start as Bobo not too far behind, having a little look as a move. As they go into turn 1, SDSPM locks up as Bobo has to cut the corner, slows down to avoid a penalty. Armour red not too far behind, Colin just scrapping with Armour, gets past Bobo, still lurking behind SDSPM, but SDSPM has pulled ahead slightly. Armour not too far behind Colin now. We've got Socio not too far behind Xavier.
Oh, there's carbon fibre in the background. Some cars making contact on the way into the Delaware.
We've got Dumbest Hornet he's lost the right side of his front wing. Socio's got 3 seconds already. Is that another 3 seconds, or is that just... No, that was just the...
That was just a singular 3 seconds that Sergio Pat has picked up on the first lap, which is unfortunate, but...
Well, not too many position changes, really. A couple of scraps here and there, but... Yeah, everyone's managed to pretty much preserve the order. I think the biggest thing to take away was turn 1 was SDSPM locking up, Bobo having to react to that, finds himself in the exit road. It's got a rather long chain. We've got Drag King on Nels. Drag King trying to find a way around the outside. He doesn't manage to make a move going into turn 1. But they come round the curve of Grande. Will Drag King make a move going into turn 4? He doesn't, he's a bit too far back, thinking of the sides. That's
Oh, there's a bit of a moment just behind, and I believe that's Sternberg that's had a moment at the Della Rocha chicane and has fallen down the order to behind his teammate. He was ahead of but had a bit of a moment into the De La Roger chicane, dropped now down to 18th.
Doesn't seem to have any damage, but he has
probably lost the car a little bit under braking, because when you're running no ABS, it is easy to for the back of the car to slide. The SDSPM has set a new fastest lap of the race, which is no surprise this early on.
Armand does move to the side to have a look. He does have a little lock up though. He's trying to make that move on Tommy, finding himself in the top 3.
Problem is, they're all stuck in a DRS train at the moment. So, for example, Bobo could be having DRS off SDSPM, but which will nullify the chance of Colin to able to make any headway. So at the moment, with everyone so close together in these early stages, you pretty much just got to be patient.
Yeah,
especially
chain though, behind
Socio, yeah, is 0.2 seconds up the road. So Vance, if he doesn't close that gap down, could be under pressure from Baby Hornet. The detection point is after the parabolic. You moved it further round. Yeah, he's not close enough, so Baby Hornet will have DRS on Vans, but I don't think the Williams is close enough to make any shape to go into the Rettifilio chicane on the flat, having to sit back. It's more annoying when you're at the back of a DRS train, because you can't really do anything and you're trying so hard to stay in touch with the cars just ahead of you. But for Vans and Baby Hornet and those hard tyres, they're just having a bit patient at the moment and wait for the mediums to start losing their edge, which tends to be about 5-6 laps into the stint. So it'll slowly go to the hard runners eventually, but they've just got to try and keep tabs the best they can with the medium runners.
Yeah, we'll have a look who's on the medium runners again. So yeah, the top 6 are
well, you got Drag King, Polsky, Smiths are the other medium runners. I do believe Thomas Hornet, he did have that front wing damage, so he has come in. I think he changed to the hards. Yeah, he went for a brand new set of hards off the mediums, so he could always go back onto the mediums later on in the race, because they've only done like 1 lap on them, so he can always put them back on later on and still use them, so they're not wasted possible mediums for. But at the moment he'll be on try and get back into the race.
I do believe your mic does keep cutting out. I'm not sure if that's my internet or just
yeah, just keep an eye on that. There's not much I can do about it, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Right, Colin's still actually lining up behind Bobo now. He is about 4 tenths back, but SDSPM really pulled ahead here. Still got Bobo within the DRS, but Bobo is 2 tenths behind.
He's got a great exit at the Parabolica.
He's got a lot of pace. Can he get the move done into turn 1? He pulls right ahead, and he does. Seb Mail's left, probably connection issues. Bobo.
Oh, he's gone a bit deep.
Finds himself in the lead. It's wheel to wheel, or was. But SDSPM having a little look to try and get a move done around the Turbo Grande. Bobo gets a bit of rust on the tyre. Can SDSPM pull anything back? Very close.
When Bobo went deep into the Rettifilio chicane, it slightly opened the door for Colin on the exit because, bit of a back end step out for SDSPM on the exit of Lesmo 1, but he held that very well. Will he think of a move going towards Ascari, or will he wait for the start finish straight? He's gonna wait for the start finish straight.
He did move over to the side a bit, probably to get the dirty air number 1, but also, well, probably hesitating about a move. But he does go.
He's having a look now, but the sensible idea would be to hold off and have DRS down towards the Rettifilio.
Yeah, probably one of the strongest overtaking places. Although, you know, Rettifilio being a rather terrifying place to make an overtake, but
it's one of the key ones, because if you get a good run out of Parabolica and you're hooked up behind the car in front, as soon as that DRS flap opens, then and the drag goes off the back of the car, as well as the tow you're getting from the car in front, you just turn into an absolute
SDSPM.
Ooh, that was a bit close to the back of the Aston Martin for Bobo.
Yeah, really pushing it as much as he can, Bobo, trying to stay as close as he can, but he's got back a little bit now. He doesn't want to stay out of DRS, because he's in that train, he's leading that train if he does break out, but wants to stay slightly out of that dirty air just so he can have a
yellow flag around Lesmo 2, that's a Sauber, that's G-Star has had a moment on the exit of Lesmo 2.
Doesn't look like he's got any damage from, oh no, oh yes he does also from the other Sauber. He's got missing his whole left front wing pretty much. I'm going to change that.
Bobo's falling back from SDSPM right now a little bit. Collins gone early. He's going now, so he's looking for some clean air. So he's probably looking around about a 2-stop for Colin at this stage, but he's trying to get himself into some clean air, because he's been stuck in that train since the start. He's done about 7 laps behind the likes of Saviour and in that group. So he's now pitted and has popped himself into, I believe, clean air. He's got 3.8 seconds up the road to Sternberg, so he's in nice clean air on fresh tyres, so he can slowly bring that gap down, and it may force some of the front runners to pit, so we may see some pit stops after Collins pulled the trigger.
We did see, I can't quite remember if it was yesterday in Tier 3 or in Tier 1 on Monday, I kind of all blurs into one to be honest, but somebody did make an undercut. I think they went on to win the race, if I'm not mistaken. It was incredible work. I can't remember who it was.
No one in that top 5 has decided to follow Colin in. Gone round another lap. So my guess is the top 5 at the moment are probably looking at Baby Hornet with a bit of a back end step out on the exit of the Rettifilio. Lorpy's pitted, so he's looking to stop. Armar falling back from the 2 in front, so Bobo's got a bit of breathing space now to put all the pressure onto SDSPM.
Xavier was really drifting it around the 2 Lesmos then. He's starting to struggle a little bit on those mediums. I say that though, as he is pulling right in on Armar. He's got a lot of pace. If he gets a good exit out of the Scar, he could have a good run coming up to the Parabolica.
those mediums will be sliding about a bit now, because they'll be coming to roughly about the end of their life or end of their stint. I believe it's probably lap 11, lap 12 if you're going to one stop around here, as Armar's bailed in.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad time to be honest on those mediums. Just in the middle of having that undercut, but also going for the overcut and going for the, yeah, you know what I mean. Right, Bobo's still, he's broken out from the DRS of Saviour, obviously just because cars pitted. Yeah, Bobo about 3 tenths back or so.
Collins leaped Armar by a fair bit with stopping 2 laps before, so the undercut coming into effect for Colin. He's now ahead of Armar after that stop, after clearing Sternberg.
Yeah, he's doing a good job with those. He did a good job hitting early actually. He's got quite a task to stretch out these tyres, but I'm sure he can make it work.
Smith's picked up 3 seconds after putting a fresh set of hards on, so trying to get the tyres working, and obviously must have been caught out for track limits.
Oh, Bobo's got a good run now. I don't think he was going to get a move done, but he has got a lot of pace. He could.
Saviour's in.
He could go. He does go side. Oh no, he doesn't. Just the angle. SDSPM does have a lock on the front left though. Bobo's going to have a good exit, but no, it's not enough. SDSPM just has a really good amount of pace.
And now Colin has leapfrogged Saviour with the undercut, so Colin's gained another position from the undercut.
He does lock up going into turn 1 though a bit.
Baby Hornets pitted on lap 10 as well, so Baby Hornets now on a new set of tyres as well, so he's looking to go for another hard medium. So because he's only used the hard tyres up now, he still has to again for the mediums, because when it's a dry race you must use 2 different sets of compounds, whether it's a soft medium or a medium hard. You have to at least use 2 different sets of tyres. So Baby Hornet is nailed in for the 2 stop.
Indeed. Vitality not too far back on Smith now. Within DRS.
Front 2 are in.
Oh yeah, that's just at the end of their lifetime. Baby Hornet gets 3 seconds. Socio in the lead for now. He has got that penalty, however, 3 seconds. Rassam doing incredibly well, up 12 places so far. He's on the hard, so he's got some.
Yeah, he's not pitted yet, but Colin, I believe, is now net leader because he rogged Armar and Bobo now with that undercut.
Wow, that is an incredible strategy call. Yeah, he's got some work to do though to pull off that. I presume it'd be a 2-stop, I guess.
Yeah, he pitted at the end of lap 6 or 7. So yeah, it's a 2-stop guaranteed for Colin, but his hards are going to be in the working zone right now, where Armar and Bobo, who have just put brand new. Is that saying 2 laps? I believe that's saying 2 laps on Armar. Oh yeah, it was SDSPM that pitted with Bobo, so those 2 are having to get the tyres working. But I believe once the likes of Sociopath, Vans and Rast were pitted, I believe that will make Colin the net leader. And speaking of Sociopath, he is now in. And because he's gone to lap 12 on those mediums, I believe he's attempting the 1-stop.
Yeah, I think, was it Bobo and SDSPM also going on the 1-stop? Or
yeah, they pitted at the end of lap 11, so I believe they're into for the one stop as well.
yeah, it's a good
Because it's
option
about
with
lap 11 or 12. You can one stop it if you're good enough and careful on your tyres, which can definitely vouch. Not so. I was going to stop around here regardless.
Right, yeah, Colin, Vans and Rassam, yeah, there's a tip for that. As we said, put Colin as net race leader. SDSPM not too far behind Xavier now. Xavier is... Yeah, Xavier has
On the back of Bobo.
So, yeah, SDSPM, who was ahead of Xavier, has come out behind him now.
Yeah, Xavier's hard tyres are 1 lap older than both of Bobo's and SDSPM's, because he went in on lap 10, I believe, at the end of lap 10. So that's obviously got him the undercut on SDSPM, as I believe that was Drag King on the slightly back getting the move on Sternberg, who's going on those hard.
Baby Hornet does get the inside line, as yeah, Drag King and Baby Hornet make it past Sternberg. SDSPM on the inside also does get the move done on Drag King and on Xavier. Yeah, he's got some work to do now. He's not too far behind Bobo, but if he can potentially get a move done on there, then on Bobo, yeah, he's comfortable.
The gap between Colin and Armar is coming down slightly quicker than the gap between Colin and Rassam, because it's 1.9 between Colin and Rassam, 2 behind Colin and Armar, so full attack mode now that those hard tyres are working. As we have a yellow flag at Ascari, that is Ferrari, I believe that is probably Sternberg that's brought that yellow flag out. Yep, he's got going again.
SDSPM, the fastest man on track currently, does get the move done on Bobo.
No damage on the Ferrari as well, so he's lucky to be able to keep that going.
Xavier, not just on the gearbox of Bobo 2 as well. Got a train going.
As both Colin and Armar a moment ago has got past Rassam on those 14 lap old hard tyres. They have caught up the back marker of Seb Mail, who is a lap down.
Yeah,
Rassam not.
Chat that your headset is cutting out repeatedly. No, just have to go with it.
Just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah.
So apologies for that one.
Yeah, we're always sorting out audio problems. Ooh, Colin, yeah, is now the net race leader as Vans does pit. G-Star gets that 3 seconds.
Armar's took the lead though.
Colin. Wow, with the DRS. SDSPM, who was leading this race, does now find himself in 4th place after having pitted with Colin, who did just get overtaken by Alma, but did pull off the undercut, which did seem to work.
But it's now falling out of Colin's hand, because he's been on those hards for 8 laps, whereas you got 2 laps. That's at the Retafilio chicane, that yellow flag.
Yeah, it's the Sauber of G-Star. I think he's got it recovered again. He doesn't have any damage. I don't know what happened there, but Baby Hornet does get the move done on Drag King, I believe. Baby Hornet does have that penalty. 3 seconds. People 3 seconds.
Yeah, and they're now they're all back together again, that top 5 after making their first stops.
Exactly, yes. People on 3 seconds for presuming track limits as, Socio and Drag King are side by side. They will be side by side going down into the Retafilo chicane. This could be exciting. It's going to be Socio who has the inside line as they try and get Baby Hornet involved. Socio does have the inside, but Drag King just finding his way around the inside actually.
Oh, that's a brave. The SPM, sorry there, Morgan. The Aston Martin of SDSPM has managed to get past Bobo into the Della Roger chicane. Lovely move.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace in that Aston Martin. A lot of pace.
He got hooked up behind the through the Curva Grande and pulled it over to the left-hand side for the inside of the Della Roger chicane and made the move stick, and he's already looking very racy on the back of the Alpine of Colin.
Certainly.
Few laps difference in tyre.
Yeah, he's really pulled right up to the back of Colin, just through the Parabolica, really. He does get past
Colin's
Colin.
going in.
Yeah, that's that second stop coming into effect now. But who else? The question is, where does he come out, do you think?
He might. Oh, we're going to find out where he comes out because he's on.
Probably, I'd say.
No, he's going to be behind Lorpy, but so he's going to filter in 9th, although he's still got to come out. Is he going to beat Nels? Yeah, he's going to easily beat Nels. So Colin comes out 9th after. So now he's got to take those hards to the end.
Yeah, now it's up to these front runners to get these tyres to the end from here. I believe Drag King might pit, I don't know. I feel like it'd be too early on those hards for him to pit, but
he's done 10 laps on those tyres as Drag King, so they were around about the same life as Collins when he pitted, so he's on about the same lifespan as what Colin would have been if Colin had stayed out. Hence why he's under a bit of pressure from Baby Hornet, because there's 3 laps separating their 2 sets of tyres. Baby Hornet having a bit of a look, almost touching the back of Drag King into the Parabolica, and Drag King does dive into the pit, so this will be his second and final stop of the evening.
so who have we got winning the 2 stop that we know of? We've got Drag King, and we've also got Colin, who I've seen. They do find themselves rather close to each other, actually.
Colin has done 2 stops, Drag King has done 2 stops, Dunbest Hornets made 2 stops, but that's because of the damage on lap 1. So far the only people that have triggered the 2 stop up to now without the hindrance of any lap 1 damage or anything is Colin and Drag King. Everyone else is still only made the 1 stop.
Yeah, SDSPM, Bobo actually ran 3/10 behind SDSPM now. He's got a lot of pace. You will have him in the DRS, but they are in a slight train with Armat's front. SDSPM though is going to have the DRS on Armour. Will he go for a move? I don't know. He's going to line up to get himself set up for the inside. He does get a move done quite comfortably actually. That puts SDSPM back in the lead of this race like he did beforehand. Now it's up to Bobo to try and overtake Armor to put him back in his second place.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan Barber in the YouTube chat. All those hards can take them to the end easily. We only have 8 laps left.
Yeah.
Because I believe in Tier 2, I know, I think both me and Barber, when Red Car Rambo, when you see him racing on track, I believe we took a set of hard tyres after pitting under a safety car in Tier 2. We took the hards 20 laps.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost a handful of positions, whereas he did not, because I will happily say that he's a far superior driver than myself.
Right, we've got Armor really coming back from STSPM now. I say that as he starts reeling him in, of course.
Yeah, that'll be the DRS and tow. Armar's no slouch. He is a former Tier 0 champion, or when it was formerly labelled as Extreme, before it had the label changed to Tier 0. So he is a former champion of this championship, so he's no slouch. He knows what it takes to win this championship.
Yeah, you say that. Bobo really reeling Armor in now. He's gonna have the DRS here. SDSPM just has around 2/10 to gain, to pull away from Armor. Or 3/10 now.
It does look. It does look to be in SDSPM's hands right now. He's on fresher tyres than both Armor and Saviour. He's on the same lap of tyre as Bobo is, and with Armor being between himself and Bobo, so it's giving SDSPM that slight advantage, but Armor doing very, very well to hold on to the back of the Aston Martin. Is a bit of a lock-up by the Aston Martin of SDSPM, but he's able to keep hold of P1 for another sector at least.
Yeah, these front four have an incredible amount of pace. They pulled, what, 11 seconds to Socio now. Some of that is pit stops, but also, yeah, just their pace.
Baby Hornet on a fresh set of medium tyres. So he's done the 2-stop, he's done 2 sets of hards, and now he's on the mediums. And he had no choice but to do the 2-stop because he'd only used the hard tyres, but now he's on the mediums.
Robo is very close on Armor now. The question is, will he be able to get moved on by the end?
But Armor is keeping within DRS of SDSPM as G-Star now takes the fastest lap of 21.0.
Yeah, he's on 2 laps old medium, so they're not completely
yeah, he too.
Fresh, but Vitalso is on newer tyres. Same with Seb Mail, actually.
Oh, Armor having a little look into the Rettifilio, but not close enough. I think Armor at the moment try and hang on with the tyre life that he has. He's just got to try and hold on as best he can to the back of the Aston Martin of SDSPM to defend from Bobo with the having DRS off the car in front. So it's pretty much he's having to do. Who was it at Singapore? It's Carlos Sainz kept, I believe it was Lando in DRS or whatever to defend from, I think, 3rd place or whatever. So that's what I was having to try and do. He's having to keep as close as SDSPM as he can with the 2-lap older hard tyres to defend from Bobo, and he's doing a very good job keeping within DRS of SDSPM to keep that 2nd place ahead of Bobo, because all it takes is for him to fall out of that 1 second window, and he then becomes prey for Bobo.
Sternberg just joined the penalty club now, and Drag King
So's
too.
Drag King.
Wow, a lot of people getting penalties, especially as these tyres come closer to the end of their life. Probably
Yeah,
the Lesmos, really.
I'll just quickly run through the penalties for you if you want. We've got Sociopath on 3 seconds. We've got Baby Hornet 6. Drag King, who we've just seen pick up 3 seconds. Smith's on 6. Sternberg's on 3. So is Vitalso and Dunbest Hornet. G is on 6. And Seb Mail is also on 3. So there's a group of drivers with 3 and 6 seconds to their name, with only a handful of laps left to go.
Yeah,
and G-Star has decided to put a set of softs on.
I mean, you know, I think they have the fastest lap already, but if I'm not mistaken, I'll have a look.
Yeah, there's no bonus point for fastest lap, because just like real, we've scrapped the bonus point.
Pace though to try and get past Dumbest Hornet, who, yeah, he did have the 3 seconds.
He's nearly a minute behind Dumbest Hornet. He's 55 seconds behind Dumbest Hornet. So
I don't know what I'm thinking.
I can't see G-Star closing down 56 seconds in 2 or 3 laps. It'll be a gigantuan thing to be able to do that.
Just pulling away a bit actually, but yeah, it's been ebbing and flowing around 8-9 tenths apart, but SDSPM has a good exit out of the Lesmos, right on the verge, but Armor is gonna stay just really in a bit as well. Bobo's still about 5 tenths behind Armor, and Saviour 6 tenths. Bobo increases and Armar's out of DRS. Can SDSPM stay ahead? It's looking like it's decreasing the gap, but will he manage?
He's got to have a good parabolica, but I don't think he has. He's going to be a fraction outside. Yeah, he's a fraction outside.
Bobo's going to have it,
but Bobo's too far back. He was 9 tenths. G-Star has retired in the pits.
It's too late for his... Oh no, it wouldn't be a safety car in the pits.
It's in a pit lane for G-Star with 2 laps to go. He was a lap down as well.
Yeah, this is going to be... I mean, it's been like this for the past couple of laps, these top 5, I guess. But yeah, we'll see what Bobo and Armor can do.
It's going to come down to the last lap, I believe, with these 4. But the one that's going to be frustrated the most is going to probably be Saviour, because he's been at the tail end of the DRS train for the first stint and the second stint, so he's just been pretty much a passenger, as we see a McLaren of also with his back end facing the barrier on the exit of Ascari. Well up, no problem for the race leaders are going on to the final lap, so it'll be the last lap of Monza for this week.
Enjoy this one, guys. Last lap of Monza for this season, actually, in MRC. SDSPM leading the final lap.
Bit of a lock-up for the Aston Martin, but Armor not able to make any headway, so SDSPM's just got to hold on for 2 more stickers.
He has got that traffic though, so he's going to have the DRS coming up to the Ascari.
Yeah, I believe that's the back marker of Dunbest Hornet just ahead of them.
Yeah, that's going to help him, not going to help Armor though. Bobo,
yeah, he's going to get, I believe he's going to have DRS off of Baby Hornet. Yes, he is. Dunbest Hornet, sorry, moves out the way of the back markers after getting the blue flags. But that may have helped SDSPM getting DRS off the back marker. So it's just this back straight and Parabolica, and it looks like we're going to have our second winner of Tier 0.
Yeah, so Xavier winning last week in Zandvoort as SDSPM comes around Parabolica for the final time to take home the win. In Monza, Armar Red finishing second, Bobo finishing third to round off the podium. Then we have Xavier in fourth, around 6 seconds behind Bobo. Then we're going to have Socio, who does have a penalty. Oh, he slipped right round, but that's going to... He did have a penalty, but Collins not too far back. Will he get the place he does?
Not quiet.
Then we've got Polsky coming around next. It's side by side between Vans and Rassam. Rassam does find himself ahead. Polsky crosses the line in seventh. Then Rassam, Vans, Baby Hornet. Yes, and then we do have Loppy coming round now. He crosses the line at 11th with Drag King does have that time penalty, crossing line 12th. Then Nels in third, not in 13th with that 3 seconds. Sternberg 14th, and I'll run through the order.
Schmidt was in 15th and the last one on the lead lap.
Yes. Right. Well, that was the final race here this week in Monza for season 18 Tier 0. A good race from these lot, actually. As we are here on the podium. We'll just have a run through the order of the race. The race winner was SCSPM. Fastest lap went to G-Star. Most overtakes went to Rassam. Cleanest driver went to Polsky. And the games driver today is Loppy. The order for this race was SCSPM finishing in first, where he qualified. Then we have Armar, Bobo, Xavier, Socio, Colin, Polsky, Rassam, Vans finishing where he qualified in 9th. Baby Hornet finishing off the top 10. Then we have Loppy, Drag King, Nels, Sternberg, Smith, Dumbest Hornet, Vitalso, Seb Mail, and G-Star, who was the only DNF, but he did have the fastest lap with a 1:21.094 in the race. Carl, who was your driver of the day?
The game gave it to Loppy. He started 16th and improved to 11th, but I'm slightly towards our race winner, who's gone from lights to flag, SDSPM, because it was a very controlled race out front. He did lose the lead briefly after his first stop with the undercuts from both Armar and Colin. Then he stayed in touch with Armar after Armar took Colin, and Colin went in to do his second and last stop. And then once SDSPM took the lead from Armar, he pretty much controlled the pace from there and has done a lights to flag around Monza. So I'm slightly leaning towards him because of how controlled his race has been throughout this evening.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Incredible performance from
Very
SDSPM.
mature and composed race. SDSPM is the best way I can describe that.
Exactly. Right, that does round off this week here in Monza in Italy for round 2 in season 18 MRC. Carl, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, we're going to
the Land Down Under next week here.
Melbourne, Australia, at Albert Park.
Yeah, the Land Down Under, Monday, 7 o'clock. We kick off the week with Tier 2, followed by Tier 1, Tier 3, Tier 4, and Tier 0 in a week's time. Right. Good. From me and Carl, we wish you a great evening, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay.